ready to go here as they get ready at the dot.
Rocco, Mareno, and Ethan Costanzo for Penn will be taking the opening face-off. Some Tuesday evening lacrosse, one of the biggest games on today. The University at Albany ranked number 20 in the country after their loss to Cornell, and the Penn Quakers, who are now receiving votes after they were defeated by the number 4 ranked Georgetown Hoyas, as Penn will win the opening face-off. And we'll get a look here at the offense with our player to watch, Griffin Skane, with it. Originally, he was running out of the box last year as a mid. He is letting us know it here, scoring the first goal of this contest. We'll see how the Quakers can rebound. Back to the face-off X, it will be Costanzo and Mareno once again.
We talked about it in the pregame. You know, Cornell really dominated face-offs first, the Great Danes on Saturday, going against Jack Cascadden, one of the best face-off men in the country, over 62% on the year, with the Danes only being at 29%. Vital that the Danes get going here as they've lost the first 2 so far today.
Costanzo fires wide, and that would have been Oppenheim, the senior from Mount Sinai, who will be taking a run here. He went 2 of 8 against Cornell. Ethan Costanzo back at the X. He's taken all the draws so far for Penn. 50-50 ground ball. Looks like we're going to have a delayed call here.
Play on push on Oppenheim. It's going to be Penn ball, as he was on his back there for that ground ball.
UAlbany on Saturday, and you know he was chomping at the bit to find the back of the net this season, as with 5 seconds, Penn's going to take a shot wide.
On the year, we'll see if he can get the Danes good fortune changing it up and getting some possessions here, much needed on the dot.
Ethan Costanzo has been as advertised. He went 7 of 10 against Georgetown, and he still continues to bat 1,000. Fast break opportunity in front, one more pass, the quick stick goal! Provost with the finish there, the junior out of Denver, Colorado, with his 4th goal of the year. And you talked about transition for the Danes. There, the Quakers are able to take an opportunity.
Penn takes advantage. I mean, you win the face-off clean. The wings can't get involved. You're going straight ahead. Starting the fast break, you've got odd man rush 4 on through, and Penn executes perfectly as Brady Quill's just a little bit late getting to that backside pipe, allowing for that quick stick goal right on the backside by Provost as he picks up his first of the game. He's coming off a hat trick versus Georgetown on Saturday, and this game is tied.
Give the assist there to Jackson Marr. And we are just like that, knotted up at 2, and back to the face-off X we go, and it is going to be Rocco Mareno out there against, you guessed it, Costanzo. And a bit of a fight here. Mareno able to win it. So UAlbany is able to get a face-off to go their way. And we'll see if they're able to establish possession. Penn doing a semi-lock-off here, not making it easy for UAlbany. 2 goals and an assist against Georgetown. 2 goals, 2 assists last year, so he has already doubled almost his production from last year. He's off to a hot start as another face-off one for Penn. UAlbany's going to have to try to get this ball back and stop the bleeding in this second quarter.
We are in February, but it does kind of seem like move, but you've got to get on his hip and just run him up the field.
30 points a year ago, a second-team All-Ivy selection, and he comes from a family of greatness. His sister, Izzy Skane, the all-time Division I leading goal scorer in women's lacrosse at Northwestern. She's got to be happy that little brother is making his name known for the Quakers as another face. And for Grayson McClements, who had 3 shots, 2 on goal against Georgetown, he gets his first point of the 2026 season. And at the face-off X, we'll see what type of momentum UAlbany could try to garner. It has been complete domination, and we'll finally know it'll be against UAlbany. So
Mareno jumped on that one, so he's not eligible to take the next one, and possession stays with the Quakers. The face-off matchup is just hurting the Danes right now.
Bar down from Hoffman, who only had just 1 assist against Georgetown. His first goal of the 2026 season, as finally UAlbany is able to get a face-off win. It was Austin Oppenheim, and they're going to set up a clear here. Penn will go into the 10-man.
They're right into it already, so they've got to be about to pay attention here. The goal's open. Don't be surprised if get a quick shot from the far side taken by UPenn right now. So they're dominating the dot. UAlbany's got to correct that immediately. If nothing else, just tie them up until one of the wing guys can get here and at least try to make this a 50-50 ball.
And it has been exclusively Ethan Costanzo who looks to win another one. That'll be a loose ball push, definitely, but instead UPenn will recover Costanzo.
That's what you wanted. You got Jacob Smith coming in off the wing, able to lay some long, starting to show you what he's made of here in the Ivy League. Quickness, good shot.
He had 9 multi-point games last season and 3 goals in the last meeting between these two teams. He has already matched that production, and another violation against the Great Danes.
3 with 2:20 here in the first half.
Matthew Till, the junior LSM, looked to be in defense there. Got caught ball watching just a hair second too long.
Ben Coghill take that face off, and another person who hasn't been able to help the Danes get a possession. UAlbany's thrown 4 different people out. Chances on a couple of these where they weren't able to get that ground ball. So the ground ball is key.
Oppenheim is 1 of 4 up to this point. Mareno 1 of 6. Costanzo hit the floor, no call, and James Reed able to come up with it. So there you go. Just like you said, Mike, the Danes able to tie up Costanzo just long enough to make it a ground ball fight, and James Reed with a key GB.
And that's what you needed. You didn't have James Reed. He missed the first game back here for the Danes as well, with Colton Marquis as well. So those guys are back in the lineup, picking up a big ground ball here to try to set this second half tone for the Great Danes. See if they can get on the
placement on that overhand shot as Palem, as we said, 4 goals and an assist. Same stat line as Ryan Doherty. They contributed to 8 of the 10 goals scored by UAlbany against Cornell. And here we go. UAlbany able to make it 2 in a row with Austin Oppenheim. Has to stay in bounds, and he does.
Smart here.
Oppenheim going to look to go to the net. Here goes Oppenheim. He'll get a shot, and it hits the crossbar, it looked like. Couldn't tell if Palak got a piece of it. Ball is still down, and it's recovered.
Oppenheim is out there again.
A Silas Richmond hat trick, and for Colton Marquis, who was inactive a week ago, his first point of 2026 after a star-studded 2025 season where he had 25 goals, 3rd on the team.
This is where UAlbany's got a kick in this ride right here.
195 out of Ashton, Maryland. You talk about the amount of crazy high school talent that they have. Another powerhouse. Mark came from the Bullis School down there, and there is a ton of recruitment from this team from some of the private schools in Maryland. McDonough, Bullis. Look at Taft.
Got to pick it up. Got to win it.
UAlbany needs this one. Body's hitting the floor. It's recovered by Coghill. We're going to get a push. And it will be UAlbany ball.
They did get the push. They had an opportunity to get that first ground ball, and they missed it. Got to pick up the ball off the carpet now for Penn. 9-6 with 9:13 here in the third quarter. Excuse me.
Skane, his 4th of the game. He is just going off right now. The assist to Jackson Morris.
UAlbany came out of the box too early. That was a procedure on Doherty. He anticipated it, came out of the box too early. It's going to be Penn ball.
And that looked like it was going to be a Jacob Smith ground ball. His defender there loses his footing, I should say. It was McMullen, the ball handler. Ball is free on the near side here. Needs to be wide if UAlbany wants to get back into this. It is still loose, and look who it is.
Seeing that awareness being raised for organ donation, and that was a big part of it, and that's going to be a big night as part of the Larger Than Life night. There's going to be resources available for that, and should be a really special night here at Casey Stadium, taking on the Saints.
Yeah, you'll see both head coaches, including Taylor Ray, are wearing the green ribbons, honoring
goals late in the period like that when the shot clock's winding down. Those are backbreakers.
The junior attackman out of Carlsbad, California. His older brother played at Towson, and his older brother played at Maryland. He actually won a national championship with Maryland in 2022.
Gotta look.
Oppenheim, the face-off man, he bounces it over the net. And you saw him put his hands over. Get a replay of that last shot from Austin Oppenheim just over the net. Would have been an electrifying BOGO goal.
Yeah, great job by Jacob Smith to get the ground ball and get UAlbany the transition they've wanted all day. Hits Oppenheim ahead of the field, but Oppenheim is not able to bury it right there. That would have been a big juice goal for the Danes. You could have found the back of the net there, pulled that to within 1 goal as we go into the 4th quarter. Pearl Jam is alive, is blaring through Casey Stadium right now, and that's what the Danes hope, that they're still alive here, down 2. So they find themselves right now with a big face-off coming up. They've had some good momentum. They've started a comeback. Got to keep climbing, got to keep battling, got to win the ground ball battles here the rest of the game. You got 15 minutes.
It'll be Oppenheim, who is now 6 of 12. He picked up quite a momentum shift in that 3rd quarter. He's going to go against Costanzo. who has been extremely dominant for Penn up to this point, and that domination will continue as we have a whistle, and it will actually not continue. It will be Georgetown. That is his second today, along with the helper. And a nice win there for Penn. It was number 36 for Penn. That looked to be Quinn Ball, the freshman out of Chaminade.
Yeah, nice little shot for the freshman to get an opportunity to jump in there with him not being able to take that face-off from the left each and every year. UMass UAlbany games are no joke. So the Danes right now staring at 0-2 right now. If they don't get this going here within the last 7 minutes.
Mareno trying to fight hard for this ground ball. That looked to be, once again, Ball, the freshman, and Penn able to get a GB in transition. One more, a shot, and over the net. To possibly either be Ball or Eldridge, but for Provost, he is right now matching his Georgetown stat line. 3 goals and an assist in back-to-back games for the sensational junior out of Denver, Colorado. And another here. Well, Mike, we saw him with that beautiful behind-the-back pass to Silas Richmond on the man up, and there he's able to get one to Twine with a behind-the-back shot, but another face-off win.
Take it.
And we're going to get a timeout here.
It was a smart play because Jacob Smith was stalking the face-off man. The big goal right there. That's a backbreaker to make up a 3-goal lead for the Quakers. They got the stop they needed. They just needed to get the ball upfield.
5 points there for Marr. He leads the team today.
Really, really well. You know, they bounced back really. I think they did a much better job defensively today as well. I think they tightened some things up. And like I said, they've dominated the X right now. That's the biggest thing is they've had possession. The Danes have been traditionally a slow starting team. We've seen this in the past. Last year they started slow. The year before that they started slow. They usually get hot. Once you get into conference play, you know, and you start playing some of your big conference games, that's the important thing right now. But the downside to this is, I mean, you just had a chance to take out the national champion. You thought you'd see a better rebound today versus Penn, but they weren't able to clean up some of those things that cost them the Cornell game.